Hello, friend, and welcome back. Tate here. So happy to see you this week. Today, we're going to have a little Hatha Yin action, so a little hybrid class. I would encourage you to grab any pillows, blankets, or blocks that you'd like in your practice. We are going to start out with a little bit of movement. So once you grab those props, go ahead and meet me in a tabletop position at your own pace. Take some cat-cows and some organic movement, something that's going to wake the spine up, your arms, your shoulders, moving very slowly. I'd like to remind you that this is your practice and you may decorate it however you wish. If there's a pose that I suggest during the course of our class that doesn't work well with your body, that's totally fine. Take a pose that suits you and will honor and cater towards your practice. Once you've taken a few cat-cows, go ahead and add in any organic movement. Maybe you're swishing from side to side, rolling forward, coming back, whatever is going to suit your body today. When you have felt satisfied with your cat-cow movement, go ahead and make your way through stillness down into child's pose. Knees can be together, separate, whatever feels best in you, and this can be a supported child's pose or a more traditional one. Wherever you are in your child's pose, begin to settle in with your breath. Notice that the belly doesn't have enough room to expand, so maybe sending the breath to the backside body to expand through the lower back. Try to evenly match your inhales and your exhales. And if you haven't already, you can begin to start any breathing practice that you are working on today. Take a deep exhale and then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Return back to your breath. If you haven't already, go ahead and set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's to slow down or find ease. Or maybe you're just allowing yourself to be and feel throughout your practice. It doesn't always need to be a vigorous goal. From this child's pose, I invite you to come into a downward facing dog, stretching out the legs, walking, shifting from side to side, maybe shifting the head, shaking it yes, shaking it no. Remember to reconnect with your breath. Feel the inhale through the nose, sending it down the backside body and down the legs, through the heels. And then exhale, maybe release some of the tension through the hamstrings. When you felt comfortable with your movement in downward facing dog, go ahead and find stillness. Let's take 3 big breaths together. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Pause. And then exhale, ha. Inhaling. Pausing at the top. And then exhale, completely release, pulling the belly button towards the spine, Ha. Last one, biggest, deepest breath so far. Inhaling. And then exhale, completely release. Maybe the heels making their way closer to the earth. Again, coming back through stillness and finding your breath practice. Resetting in your downward facing dog. Fingers are spread wide. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears and shift your weight into your feet. Hips are high, slight bend in the knees. And once you felt satisfied, begin to make your way to the back of your mat, walking your hands to your feet for a forward fold. And once you arrive, you can cross your elbows, coming into a ragdoll, or let your hands hang, whatever feels best to you. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no again. Go ahead and return to your breath. Gently releasing any grip that you may have with your hands. We're going to slowly roll all the way up to standing in mountain pose. Arms can reach up overhead, maybe for a big morning stretch, coming up onto our tippy toes, inhaling at the top. And then exhale. Completely release, arms release down by your sides. Shake out your arms, shake out your hands, legs, whatever you need to do. Making our way into a few neck stretches here. Let's take a wider stance if your feet are together. Your eyes can remain open for a balanced focal point. And when you're ready, we're gently just going to take our right ear to right shoulder. Maybe our right hand comes up and over to the left side. We can wrap that left arm back behind us, palm facing away for a deeper stretch if you'd like. Being very gentle, putting a little bit of pressure on our head with that right hand, but not too much. Gently release the right side. Maybe take a gentle neck roll here, or maybe rolling the chin across the chest, left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, if that feels more comfortable. And then switching sides, so left ear to left shoulder, left hand comes up and over to the right side of the head. Right hand can wrap behind us, palm facing away. And gaze is straight ahead. Gently release and then gently take any neck circles or rocking from side to side if you did so the first time around. Making our way into Prasarita, let's go ahead and turn all 10 toes towards the right so we're facing the long edge of our mat. And take a big wide stance, longer than you think. And then let's open our arms wide up onto the horizon. Inhale, arms reach up over our head. Exhale, forward fold. Hands are right underneath our shoulders. Let's walk those hands forward and then shift our hips back. Weight is in our heels. Stretching again the back sides of our legs. And then gently walk those hands right underneath our shoulder once again. And then we'll begin to shift from side to side. So waking up our hips here and our hamstrings. Maybe if this forward fold doesn't feel great with you, you can always bring the hands to the upper thighs just above the knees and shifting from side to side, not so deeply in our forward fold. Begin to sync up your breath with your movement as you're moving at your own pace. An inhale will take you to the left or right side, and then really deepening into the stretch on the exhale. So inhale through center, exhale to the left or right. Once you've felt satisfied with your movement, go ahead and make your way back through stillness in our Prasarita forward fold. Arm position of your choice. If you'd like to take any other pose right now in Prasarita, I welcome you to. If you are working on any other pose in this Prasarita, just meet us in Goddess pose once you're ready. If you're in a forward fold, let's go ahead and roll all the way up to standing. So we're still standing in that wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and bring your feet a little bit together. So we'll heel toe our feet together, just wider than our hips. We're coming into Goddess pose. So inhale, our arms reach up overhead. Exhale. Let's bring our hands down right by our shoulders, bending through our knees. And then let's go ahead and drop the hands on our thighs, just above our knees. Fingertips are facing inward. And we're going to take this into a shoulder dip. So let's inhale through center. Exhale, right shoulder to left knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left shoulder to right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip to the right. Take a few more of these on your own at your own pace. And you gauge the intensity, how far you want to dip down. Take one final round here. Meeting back in Goddess pose. A little balance challenge here. If you'd like, lift one heel, then the other, stretching out the feet back and forth. Then maybe you lift one and then maybe the other. Holding this. Lifting through the chest, spine is long, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. And gently release. Inhale, we'll all stand up, reaching the arms towards the sky. And then exhale, hands come down by our side. Let's go ahead, turn to the top of our mat and step forward. Inhale again, arms reaching up overhead in Tadasana at the top of our mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, let's come all the way down to a tabletop position. Taking a cat-cow if you need it through this transition, or a child's pose, catch your breath, take a drink of water. We'll be making our way into our yin portion, starting off with lizard pose. So if you know lizard pose, you can begin to make your way there. We'll be starting on our right side. So whenever you're ready, we'll take our right foot to the outside of our right hand in that tabletop position. And let's slip our left leg back a little bit if that feels comfortable. If not, keep it right underneath your left hip. From here, we'll take an inhale and then exhale. You can stay right where you are or begin to lower down onto your elbows or maybe to your forearms, or maybe you use a prop to prop you up a little bit higher if this is a super intense hip opener. Your foot is flat on the ground and your knee is hugging in. Gaze is straight ahead on the floor. So we want our neck long, and then send your breath into that right hip. Release any tension in your jaw and in your shoulders. Remembering to breathe. If you'd like, you can make your way a little bit deeper or maybe back out of the pose if you need to, honoring your body. Maybe coming a little bit deeper now. Take any variation of this pose that you'd like. Release any variation you may have coming back to lizard pose. And very slowly making your way back up onto your hands, removing any blocks or pillows that may have been supporting you. And then gently heel toe that foot back and coming into a tabletop position. Go ahead, take any organic movement you need, maybe swaying from side to side, rolling out the hip, taking a cat-cow, and then we'll move right along into our left side. So stepping that left foot forward to the outside of our left hand and staying here, or when you're ready, inhale, lift up high, and then exhale, begin to sink into your pose, maybe coming down to your forearms or grabbing a prop to support you to lift you up a little bit higher. Remembering that each side of your body is different and honoring that. Sink a little bit deeper into the pose if you'd like. Option for a bit deeper or maybe pulling out a little bit if it becomes too intense. Again, settling in a little bit more, or maybe taking that variation you took on the right on the left-hand side. And gently release, coming back through your lizard pose, settling in, and then gently finding your way back through tabletop when you're ready, moving slowly. Again, from that tabletop position, go ahead and move from side to side, take some circles, take some cat-cows, or even a child's pose. From our tabletop position, let's come all the way down onto our bellies here. Arms are going to be wide like a T, coming into our shoulder stretch. Go ahead and bring your right hand right in front of our face. And we're going to roll onto our left side, opening up our left shoulder. So our left arm is going to be long and at our shoulder level. And be rolling onto that left side, using our hand kind of as leverage. Option to bend the right knee, shifting over to that left side, maybe bringing it behind the left leg. Your right arm can also reach behind you for a bind. If your head feels uncomfortable, roll out gently and just place a block right underneath there to support you, or a pillow. And then make your way back into your pose. Take one final breath here, and then on your exhale, begin to roll or make your way back through center. Arms are wide like a T. And then moving right into the right side, the left hand glides in front of your face to press into the mat. As you roll onto the right side, your right arm is at shoulder level. Option to bend the left knee, bringing it behind the right leg, and that left arm can reach behind for a bind. And then, of course, keep that pillow there if that is more comfortable for you. Gently roll back through center, resetting the spine and the arms. Taking a quick quad stretch here, let's go ahead, bring our left arm underneath our forehead. Reach our legs long back behind us and take your right arm and grab your right foot. So your heel is working towards your bum. And we're just stretching and breathing through our right quad. If this stretch isn't intense enough for you, try to kick your right foot into your right hand, creating a little static movement. Gently release, switch sides, bringing the right arm underneath the forehead, and then reaching back with the left hand and grabbing the left foot. Remembering that each side of your body is different and honoring that. Again, kicking the foot into the hand, adding a little bit of push back here for the muscle. Gently release, coming back through center. Let's take our arms back behind us. Reach our legs long. Inhale, coming into a Superman. Stretch the front side body. Breathe here. And then exhale, gently release. Press back, child's pose. And then gently make our way onto our backs, however is best for you. Coming into a reclined twist of our choice. I like to cross my legs for this, but you can stack your legs or bring a block or a pillow underneath or between them. Let's go ahead and take our hips to the right side of our mat and arms wide like a T. Drape our legs over to the left side. Gaze can be up towards the sky or over to the right for a nice neck stretch. And begin to settle in. Relax the upper body and the shoulders as they melt down into the ground. We're not trying to crank our back here, but allow gravity to do the work. Gently come back through center. Setting up the hips and switching legs if you had a leg variation. Let's go ahead and bring our hips to the left side of our mat. Take our props over to the right. And when you're ready, drape your legs over to the right side. Gaze can be up towards the sky or off to the left this time. Again, relaxing the shoulders as they melt into the earth, releasing any tension, and find your breath. Making our way back through center, I invite you to take any final movement that you need before your Shavasana. I recommend a shoulder stand or maybe legs up the wall. And then you pick whatever shape you would like for your Shavasana. If you'd like to remain in legs up the wall for Shavasana, you may. If you want to sit in a seated meditation or just lay down on your back or even on your belly, whatever is comfortable, use your props to your advantage. Once in Shavasana, gently close the eyes if that feels comfortable with you. Release the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Allow the cheeks to soften and the shoulders to melt. Release the legs and the arms and the fingertips and toes. Allow the front side body to completely melt into the back side body as you sink into the surface supporting you. Option to stay in your Shavasana, or if you needed to get moving for today, go ahead, start wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, awakening your legs and your arms, maybe rolling out the wrists and ankles. Option to take a big morning stretch once again, taking the arms above the head, reaching in opposite directions on a big inhale, and then exhale, release. Gently rolling onto your favorite side of the mat at your own pace. Make your way into a comfortable seated position. Returning to your intention that you set at the beginning of class. Let's go ahead and bring our shoulders right over our hips. Sit up tall. Taking one final breath together. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, the arms reach up overhead. Exhale, the hands come through heart center. Bow your head and either carry that intention with you throughout your day or let it go and set a new one. I'd like to remind you that you matter, your voice matters, and your mental health matters. So remember to be kind and take care of yourself. Thank you so much for showing up to your practice today and showing up to support the channel for free yoga. It's always truly an honor to guide you through your practice, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye for now.